Hello, everyone. I think we're just starting out, so I'm just getting everything sorted. So I do apologize if I'm a little bit out of whack for the first 30 odd seconds here, as I try get. I don't know where to go from here. All right. Hi, Mohammed. How are you? How do I get a better thumbnail for this damn video? The only thing I need. Oh, go Habs, go. Yeah, that was not great. That was not great. My internet died this morning. Yeah, sure do. My internet died this morning. I was going to live stream that game, but yeah, the like I said, the interwebs had other ideas on that. All right, here we go. Now I can log in and start streaming this game. But yeah, I'll be doing a video on how the Habs beat the beat us. So sorry about your pens. I knew you'd jump on that. Yeah, Jake, it's not great. Not ideal, mate. Not ideal. I was on the phone with the internet company because I was getting the worst speeds. I had to like tether it to from my phone to watch the game. And like I was on the phone and he was like, "Oh, I think I fixed the problem just as Byron scored." No, it wasn't Byron. It was what was it? Lennon. When he scored, and I was like, "Mother!" So I just said "mother effer" on the phone, like this poor utility worker, and he was like, "I beg your pardon." I was like, "No, no, no, not you. Just the team I go for. Just well, they suck." Like trying to explain it to him that, like, no, I'm not mad at him. Oh god, goodness gracious me! But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Leckman. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get this game to load, eh? There we go. There we go. We got it on now. I'll just turn it down a little bit. All right, now I'm going to fix up this live stream. How do I change the thumbnail to this video? Like, it's just my face. No one wants to see that as a thumbnail. That's too much tooth. That's a very poor tooth to gum ratio that is on there. Why can't YouTube just be like, here it is. This is the thing. I see everyone else do it. There must be like some. Is this like just idiot? Like, well, what we do is we idiot proof this, and if you can get this, then you win. And if you aren't able to find it, then you're a moron. Damn, like I just can't get it. Habs versus Coyotes. Is that no? It can't be that. Oh, final Stanley Cup this year. Sorry. Oh my god, could you imagine? Be the most boring series. Oh. I mean, that game was if you were a Montreal fan or a Penguins fan, that was a great game to watch. If you were any other fan, that was the worst game. Like nothing happened, but it was so tense, right? Like, but yeah, like if you were just a neutral fan watching it, like I am now with the Leafs game, and then be the Vancouver game as well. I'm watching the I'll probably change broadcast. Actually, I'll probably get to the. I don't like the Colorado, not the Colorado, the Columbus commentator. So I'm going to change it a little bit here. Yeah, I really can't change this thumbnail, which is just sucks. Weird years, so weird finals too. Yeah, I think it will start to mellow out a bit. Like Philly, Habs versus Philly would be amazing. It's been so long. I think Philly's a team you want to avoid, bud. Honestly, like looking at I mean, there's some teams I haven't caught much of. Like, I mean, Arizona is going to be a lot of research to try to figure out how they won that series because I barely watched a game, but yeah, I watched some of the round robins and they seem to be. It's hard to tell, right? Because like some of the teams haven't really cared in these round robins, so. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Is the audio coming in pretty well fine? Habs have a great coaching. But did the Penguins' poor play make that good? Like, let's be honest. Like, let's. I mean, yeah, like they have their own problems here, but like, let's be honest. Let's call a spade here. Just hearing you, nothing else. Yep, that's perfect. It's all it should be. I've got the game going through here, so which is good. So kind of looking forward to it. Really looking forward to this game. I mean, it was a good half an hour of self-pity when the Penguins lost. I must admit, like it took a fair bit. Oh God, it's the national anthems. I'm so sick of just because I've been watching so many games. It's just the national anthems all the time. Just do one to start the day off. We don't need to hear it every game. I could be wrong in that. I could be the only one that has such harsh views on the national anthem. Can you see by the broad early night? Which I didn't realize that the American national anthem is because Canada and England came down and burnt the White House down. It's sad, but it's what it is. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto win this game. Their MO is that if they win a game convincingly, they will lose the next game. Like that's just Toronto's MO. But if they have a poor performance, usually they do quite well the next game. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes in this one. So wouldn't be surprised if they come through. Muzzin being out really hurts them. They needed that they needed a player that could go to the corners and get the puck out. I don't think they have a bad team. It's just that, I mean, this isn't a great matchup. I'm curious what they do, but because yeah, how to change live stream? All right, yeah, how to change live stream thumbnail. Here we go. Hold the mouse over the video. You want to change the thumbnail and click edit. No, oh, YouTube, right? Not Facebook. Go to YouTube Studio in the second tab, click channel videos and click live. Go to YouTube Studio. I love how the camera just sees me be like, what? What? Go to YouTube Studio in second tab, click channel videos, and then click edit and then edit thumbnail. I think that's for normal videos because I can't get out of this and I can't see it when I'm in there now. And well, I mean, it's struggling to load everything. So just talk over the national anthems. I mean, it's not my national anthem, so I can. You really need the one thing that they need to pipe in is just like someone that just yells out during the national anthem, like "Flyers suck!" like at the end. Yeah, it doesn't show. So when I get live, I see. This is a real stupid test. Thanks, Jake. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad tech support is here. How are you doing anyway, bud? What's going on? Oh my goodness. Edit title and description. Details. I can change the thumbnail. Thank you so much. Change. There we go. It's just a little bit better than my face, right? Just finished work at the station. Nice. How's that all going? What are you doing there? Because I'm on radio here 4 days a week. Depends on the week. All right, here we go. Jenna gets a real good chance early. So yeah, look for him. I know it's a lot of people have been saying like, oh, he's the one to look out for, but yeah. Elvis getting it going. Who do you think will win? I wouldn't be. Oh, it's a hard one. This is like 50-50. Same with the Pens Habs game. It kind of gets a bit more 50-50 when it comes to these sort of these elimination games. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I kind of give the edge to the Blue Jackets, but Leafs have been able to respond in the past. So what are you doing at the station, Jake? All right. Game's just kind of it's got away pretty quick. There's a good bit of intensity to start off with, which is great. Nylander needs to have a goodish game. Just I feel like if he has one good playoff game, it would just stop the narrative of everyone just like, oh, we need to get rid of him. Because he's just always the one that's like, if they lose, we got to get rid of him. Ooh, that may have been offside. That was a pretty sneaky backhander there from Riley Nash. That was all sneaky as. Big save. They're really trading some chances here. Really getting it going. If you're in the chat, say hey. Subscribes help too. But yeah, let us know what's going on. What are your thoughts? Obviously answering questions and while I'm talking about the game. So how was Chucky? How was Chucky? I don't know what you're talking about there. So what have you been doing on radio? Are you on air or are you behind the scenes? Not fun. It was a good day when we got rid of him. Not ideal seeing that, like, that was Kessel. I think you would have been able to get a little bit more. Yeah, that was just watching him just labor around the ice. Like, he was better when he was with you guys. Like, he just never really made that next step where, like, I think being traded just, like, screwed his confidence or something. I don't know what you do there. As far, like, small advantage to the Jackets, although Leafs have been in some good scoring chances where Jackets are kind of just trying to shoot it on net. Except for that play, they were kind of holding the puck. Oh, Mana. Oh! I mean, he was never really going to get a good shot on goal there, but that was pretty sick. Pretty sick moves, eh, bro? Tavares. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. Yep, someone falls over. Defensive lapse. Just so slow in transition, the Leafs. Atkinson. They get a huge chance with Tavares. Who fell over? I think it was Marner. No, it was Nylander. Oh, no, it was Robertson. I mean, look, we've got to watch Hull on this. So slow. What is he doing? Like, he's just not skating. Like, take out the other guy. Get there. That's terrible. Oh, that's just puck watching. It's such an easy playoff goal. It's an elimination game, and you do that. That is terrible. Oh, that whole thing is so bad. Did you not see my comment about the station? No, I didn't see the comment about the station. No, it just says just finished work at the station, and then there's nothing else in regards to the station. That's why I was asking, what are you doing there? I mean, just terrible. I don't get how that is a playoff effort. I get it's a bubble. I get it's hard to be on there, but man, like, you've got to give a shit. That is terrible. Unless the only thing I can think of is maybe there was a player coming in behind Hull, and that's why it was going a bit slow and he just didn't know who to cover. But I mean, you just got to take one, right? Oh, I mean, it's not over yet, but that's not the start that the Leafs wanted. Oh, just gets pushed down, just gets manhandled. I really hope that the Leafs don't win, because I've already got to make 3 videos today of like how blah 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 won the series, and if the Leafs win and the Blackhawks win, and that game is tied, I'm pretty sure right now, and then Vancouver win, I'm looking at 6 videos at least, which is not fun. If you are here, guys, I'm answering questions. If you're in the chat, having a quick watch, yeah, hit the subscribe button if you feel inclined. It does help us out a fair bit. I got up to 90 now, so really moving up here with its Hockey Night, which is great. Oh, God! Just watching Cody Ceci with the puck. Although he gave it to big save. I actually thought changing from Corpusalo was a bad idea, and boy, am I wrong. Promotions, assistant go to events, giveaway prize. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've been on air for I think 3 years now, and obviously the move to Canberra from Perth, I got a gig pretty well straight away. The only thing is our FM station doubles as a emergency, so we're the FM emergency for Canberra, and that was a nightmare. That was the worst when those bushfires are on. Like I would leave that Because your days go longer too. They don't like to swap the presenters too much, so it's the same message going across when you're doing the disaster messaging. And you can't speculate at all. So obviously, like, I mean, when I do this is just pure speculation all the time. But you can't speculate at all. It's just literally the facts. So I remember leaving those just wrecked. Like, you'd be on air for 3-4 hours and you're just like exhausted. Just like, yeah, if you're in this area, you should leave now and stuff like that. It's just so full on. But it's a pretty good gig. I mean, it's not the biggest station in the world, but I mean, with my age and stuff, just because everyone's pretty young, especially in Australia, you got to be quite young to be an on-air talent, just because they don't have to pay you much. So I don't think I'll ever be on a morning show. Not that I'd probably want to be. Torts is a good coach, don't you think? If he wins the Jack Adams this year, he's tied with the most Jack Adam awards. So, I just think he needs to coach a certain type of team, and he can do quite well. And Vancouver wasn't that team when he went there, but I mean, this Blue Jackets team right now that he has in front of him is just perfect for him. Like, it is just, yeah, it's the perfect mix of grind and everything. So I think if he can have his toys, he can elevate a poor team to play well. Oh, just got another subscriber. Thank you so much, whoever's just subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, if you can, yeah, he can do pretty well. With a team with a certain identity, he can coach that probably better than any other coach in the league. But if it's a pure skill team, he seems to start to struggle. Man, that Atkinson goal. Good old Jake sent me a... Oh, there we go. The Eagle. So good. I love all the FM sort of stuff. I won't read it out on air, but yeah, I love all the FM, like, hit 94.7. Like, it's all... I always make fun of radio so much because it's so dumb sometimes. For those of you joining, it is 6-5. Columbus winning 1-0. It's been a few good chances for Toronto, but yeah, they haven't been able to get it all together. War of the Worlds, new series coming this fall. Oh, here I am. But look how good of a color commentator I am. I'm even hocking CBS shows. Oh wow, they've got Brewdog as a sponsor. That's pretty cool. I signed them up at my work in payments, so they're a good beer, and a good company to deal with. I think they make all their staff, not well, they don't make, but all their staff like gets a paid lunch every day, and they all eat lunch together. I'm pretty sure it's them. Yeah, really good sense of community there. It's a good workplace, but a great beer. A great beer. If it didn't have so much to do and it wasn't 10 a.m. in Australia, I'd be beering it up. But you still training? Training for radio? No, I'm like full live. I'm all good to go. I do the drive on a small, like, don't get me wrong, our station is not big. We're not like affiliated outside of Canberra or anything like that. It's just yeah. It is what it is, but wrestling. Yeah, no. So the Canberra wrestling, I actually made champion in Perth briefly through the help of my girlfriend. No, because I was a heel and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But there's not a huge scene here, and going up to Sydney all the time's pretty hard. So I started doing stand-up. And I was doing stand-up as well, and I pretty much could only do one or the other. That was with all the travel and everything. And stand-up was paying more. So I kind of went that route. But I've joined an MMA gym in the last 4 months. Slowly getting there. I had a stress fracture from cricket in the summer, your winter, just gone. So just kind of had to ease up and get there. But yeah, so I've been doing MMA stuff, and oh wow, great save. Moslikins is quite good. I remember I bagged out this team at the start. I was like, "Who the hell is this Moslikins guy?" But sometimes it works out. Oh, just almost squeaked in. Oh, yeah. I really do miss wrestling, but I really do. I really do miss it. But yeah, it's just like there's no training schools here either. I mean, that was the other reason why stand up kind of won, is because there's no schools here that are safe. Has not left the bill. Elvis. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I went to one school here, and it was just very. The one thing I liked about the Perth stuff is that it's very safe. Even though there was a few moments that, like, I remember I went. I had to go through a table in a match, and the guy set it up, and obviously we're talking a little bit, and he's like, "It's not a fake table. It's a real table," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "It's not a fake. Like, I can tell right away it's a proper table." And I was like, "Look, you're just gonna have to put me through it, and we'll just deal with it later." That wasn't fun. That hurt a lot. I remember I got like splintering all through my back and shit like that. That I'd like pick out. That I had to get someone to pick out. But outside of that, it was probably the only hairy moment. And then I went here, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna practice like pile drives with people that have never done it before." And I refuse. That's the one move I won't take. I won't take a pile drive. For obvious reasons. It's just there's so much that can go fucking wrong with it, especially with like amateur, even at like the WWE level, like people fuck that up. So like I just wouldn't do it with someone that I'm not comfortable with. And that's all they wanted to do. And then yeah, I just watched like some poor kid on his first day get dropped on his head, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be me. So, and there's a few other things that they just didn't do right. And again, there's no real shows here, so yeah. I rebranded now to 365 Wrestling. My buddy did his first 10,000 thumbtack match. Oh, yeah, that's not. Yeah, I would struggle with that. I did a ladder. I've done a ladder, and I've done a table. Done a ladder and a table. That's pretty much it. My biggest injury that I've got thus far is I got really messed up because it was coming up to we did a show on the. It was on the 1st of January we did the show. So, but we did it as if it was going into New Year's Eve. Like, it didn't make much sense, but yeah, we kind of did it as if it was New Year's Eve, and it hit midnight, like midway through the show, and he just said, and the guy was like, "Happy New Year," and he had a couple of those party poppers that you just pull and the streamers come out. And he was meant to use it as a distraction from me. So he would be like a couple of steps back, and he got real close when he popped it, and one just went like straight in my eye, and that messed me up for a good 2 weeks. But if that's about it, got my first concussion after learning the Oklahoma row. It was scary. I was out for 15 seconds. Yeah, you don't want any of that shit at all. At all. Someone that's been knocked out in ice hockey, yeah, boy, it's not great. I went to so I'm sparring in MMA at the moment. And I'll probably take my first fight at the end of probably the start of next year, I would say now. Just with obviously COVID throwing everything kind of back. It was looking like it'd be at the end of the year, and it was all set up with someone about my skill level. And I went to a fight last week, and a guy got knocked out, and he kind of came to like almost straight away. He was there, but he wasn't there, if that made sense. And he was just telling the ref, I didn't tap out. And he's like, yeah, you were knocked out. And he's like, no, what? No. Like, he just had no recollection that he was just like carted out. Like it was really really surreal. Just some dude like I didn't tap like, and he was like referring to like a on the ground wrestle from like 2 minutes before that. Like it was just that was like his last memory. So yeah, the guy who won was like, it was so weird talking to someone that just wasn't there. um, but I do miss it. There you go, Jake. I sent you a message. So they're owned by the same people, even though one's nationally affiliated. And I sub on that one, and then I do the smaller station. Just because I really struggle with the whole. Oh man, these refs are really getting in the way here. This might lead to a scoring chance. I don't know, like if I just didn't notice it as much, but I'm just really seeing refs getting in the way a lot more than they used to be. Hey guys, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. That really does help us out. Otherwise, just pop in and yeah, ask a question, have a chat. We're here. I mean, it's going to be a long day if no one says anything. So yeah, the two stations is a bit misleading. I more do the other one and sub for the affiliated one, but again, because I'm older, they have to pay me more, and like I can't give up. So this is my full time job. I work in online payments, so that's my full time job, and then I finish that at 4:30, and then go straight to the station and do 5 to 7 at 98. And that's just drive. It's a lot of local. The drive show is called Live and Local, so it's a lot of like live music coming in and a lot of local bands. So so it's a good show. Thankfully, I'm the only one that has a producer. No one else really has a producer. I need it because I can't stay up to date with all the music that's going around. But yeah, it's kind of cool. The only problem is that you get like we have to do interviews, and I hate doing interviews. And you get like an interview of like some bit, and there's a lot of rule, as you'd know, there's a lot of rules on what you can and can't say on radio, and yeah, like you'd just be like, so what's your inspiration of this track? He's like, man, I got so high and the best meth you've ever had, and you're like, you can't say that. Like I just told you in the lead up, you can't talk about this. So that's probably my biggest nightmare. And then yeah, sub in when they need it, or they have shifts on the weekend for 106. But that's more like you're playing Katy Perry and stuff like that. The morning teams here are terrible in Canberra, so like I probably could, if I really wanted to, push for a gig there, because they're just not funny at all. Like they're really really bad. But like I'd have to leave my full time job, and the pay in that's like 45 grand a year, and I make close to 100. So I mean, I work very hard for that, but like, yeah, I make it. Obviously, for me to half my salary is it's just, and I would peak at that salary too. So it's just not really on. Face-offs going Columbus's way. They're on the top line here. I'm more focusing on this, to be honest. Now, like, I mean, I think my biggest problem with, I mean, obviously, this isn't my first thing that I've done. My biggest problem is I just stretch myself too thin, so I'm kind of taking a backseat with radio and sort of just helping out where I can, and I'm gonna start mellowing that down and just really focus on this, and not focus on trying to do four things poorly and just do one thing well. Plus, I can manage the time with this a bit easier too. So, like, if I need to do a video, I have all evening. Like last night, I went out to dinner with my girlfriend before she went on a road trip to Barrel for 2 days, and like I could do the video after that. Where obviously, if I'm on radio, I'm like shifted. So that's the other thing. I've just got a bit more flexibility. I mean, the only thing is that you lose sleep doing this just because I'm in Australia, but that's okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. Like this morning was a 6 a.m. Well, it was 5:45 wake up for the Pens game. Here we go. Oh, almost a good chance there. Kerfoot's another one that just hasn't really amounted. Next hard break, I'm going to go to the fridge. This period's trucked along pretty well. Thanks, Jake, for stopping in. It's it has made my life a little bit easier. I mean, usually these live streams, there's a straggler here, which I mean, thank God. But I remember there's one period there's just no one talking in chat, and you're just like, oh God, this is tough. That's right. Alrighty. Oh, I'll have to think about lunch soonish as well. It's all happening. It's all happening. All happening here. Oh, man, just how active Warinsky and Jones are. It's pretty good. Well, here we go. Nylander's got. Oh, it's just not clean. Oh, that's a trip. Yeah, you got to call that. Is the arm up? I can't see the arm. Where's the arm? No one's come on yet. Extra attacker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, the arm's up. They just peeled away from the ref. So I was like, is there one? As I'm multitasking on working on the newsletter. Thanks, but no, yeah, you really have helped. Go to an ad break. I want to get a drink. I want to get a drink for the fridge. So this is a big Leaf chance here. This can be, as much as I always say you shouldn't dine out on special teams to win a game in the playoffs. You can be like the Flames and be very opportunistic. That's how they beat the Jets. Is they whenever they got a power play, they seem to score on it. So let's see how we go here. Big clear straight away. Just a mammoth hit. And there's a good 15 seconds before they're in the zone. So even longer now. Oh, Spets is out there. I mean, that's the one player that, like, from the Leafs, you're like, oh, wow. It's just that desperation difference between the Blue Jackets and Toronto. I think that's been most of the difference this series. I'm going to have to put a jumper on soon. I'm going to open up the window. Oh, it's terribly gloomy out there. Oh, my God. I was going to ask, what do you think about the Pens power play in the third? That wasn't when they hit the post, was it? No, it was before that. I mean, their power play struggled the whole way. Do you think it was that the Montreal's kill was good, or do you think it was just the Penguins just... I got an impression that they were kind of just... I'm curious if you got this impression that the Penguins, especially on the power play, were like, well, we're favorites to win this game, so it's just going to happen. right? It was like, we're going to score on the power play. It's just going to happen. But they just kind of didn't try to score. Like, it was this weird thing that they're like, yeah, someone's going to score, right? Yeah. But that wasn't the only time. Like, they just kind of, the goal in game 3 when they scored the power play goals, all of them were like turnovers within the zone, like a forecheck, turning it over, and getting a really good pass in. And before that, it was just kind of, just there we go. Killed off. 25 seconds to go. By the way, did anyone? I'm on the. I don't know what feed this is. The Sportsnet feed when it was just like, Kit Kat Chunky now 20% more chunkier. Stick it in your mouth. Love ads. Fuck you, you'll eat it. Borinsky, good shot away. Oh, here we go. 4 seconds to go. They might get a late chance. Leafs, good, just a good save, and 1-0. The end of the first. You're happy with that? You're happy with that if you're a Columbus fan? Atkinson, Dubois. They've got some good names. But yeah, do you think it was that the Montreal penalty kill was able to stop? Like, do you think they scouted it and they went, "This is what they want to do. We'll take that one thing away, and then that's it"? And I don't know what that one thing is. Or do you think it was just a matter of the Penguins being like, "Well, we're definitely going to score, so it's fine." Anyway, guys, I'm just going to hit the fridge. If you do have any questions, pop it in the chat below, and I will be back in like two shakes of a peacock's feather, which is my cricket nickname, actually, the peacock. Because apparently I strut around a lot when I bowl. 91 subs. So thank you to whoever has subbed during that period. You have no idea how much that helps out. And just sort of keeps the energy levels right up there. Every time you get a sub, it really does. It really does help out. Just listening to these ads. Oh, 92 subs. Did someone just sub? Oh, Fortnite Superfly. Superfly. Thanks for the sub, bud. Really do appreciate it. I always like Superfly. It's always that's a good name. Anyway, I'm going to raid the fridge. I will be back in 20 seconds. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. And I will, I'll answer it the second I get back. Excuse that. I was trying to find a bunch of my jerseys because I've got to wear some jerseys for the Minnesota Wild and Vancouver game that's later today, but I don't have a Leafs jersey or a Columbus jersey. Although I'm getting another random box of, I think it's 2 jerseys this time, which should come next week. So and there might be a Leafs jersey in that. So we'll find out. Because I know he doesn't get many player name jerseys, and he said one of them's a player name. So I'm assuming it's a it might be a Leafs jersey or something on those lines. But yeah, pretty excited for that. So that'll be good. But yeah, I'll be back in 2 moments. Thanks again for the sub. 92. That's huge. We're pushing 100. We're pushing 100. I said by the end of the year I wanted to hit 100 just because this was brand new, and in the space of a month we've pretty much done it. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Anyway, gonna raid the fridge. I'll be back in a moment. I just need an energy drink and I'm not a big proponent of drinking them. just because they're not very good for you. But sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, because I've got another live stream after this, and then I've got to make at least 4 videos, at least 4. And if there's 2 more eliminations, it could end up being 7 videos today, but we'll find out. Just hope teams stop eliminating each other. What's the other game looking like? What's the other one looking? Let's get there. CBJ. Oh, it's tied. Tied at the end of the second. So I can't even turn to it and watch it. It's just, yeah. All right, guys. Sorry for committing the cardinal sin and peeling off. Next period, I'll probably get some food into me as well, but I've already cooked that, so I've just got to nuke it. Made some chicken stir fry last night because I knew today was going to be a long day. So I sort of made that, stuck that into a microwavable container, and I was like, it's lunch tomorrow. That's the one thing. If you're doing stuff like this, I highly recommend meal prep. Just so you're not eating crap. And then, because the problem is, if I went and got KFC or McDonald's, I would be dead. Would be absolutely dead. All right, so I do have a question. What do you think about the Habs game preview of how they beat the Pens? Oh, that's I mean, I might be robbing myself of a video view here if I tell you that. Yeah, it's that one, Jake. But that one I just fill in. So 106, and that's probably what I prefer to do. So that's just like if someone's crook. I get a lot of weekend shifts too, and it's just handy. Just get some extra dosh. But that's just that. I mean, that's your standard FM show, if that makes sense. I mean, you know what it is. It's just music and ads. That's it. Honestly, looks better. Oh yeah, I mean that's like the flagship, the probably the second channel in Canberra, 106. They're more that oh, how do you describe it? There's a term for it. You know, there's always the super hip channel, the one for the kids. You know, this is what the youths are into, and then there's one that plays pop music and the oldies as well, and that's the one that plays pop music and the oldies as well. It's not a bad channel to work at because there aren't heaps of ads. Like they do emphasize a little bit on music, and you kind of get a little bit. I used to sub at 104, and that was terrible. Like that, I hated that job so much. Like that was the worst job ever. Like it was just you would come in and you'd record all the audio, Virgin Radio, iHeartRadio. No, Virgin Radio's like that's a Canadian thing, isn't it? And iHeart. Well, iHeart just I mean everything goes on that. But yeah, when I'm on, like you can definitely listen to it live. Us in Canada. Yeah. Um yeah, like 104 was terrible. So what they would do is you'd come in and you'd record all your lines a week in advance. So they didn't have to pay you to be there for. So you say like, oh, I mean, you didn't know how it is that you do the weekend shift. How do you think the Red Wings are going to take? Who do you think the Red Wings are going to take it for? Man, that's so interesting. Oh, hold up, I do have a mock draft spreadsheet. So give me 2 moments. Give me 2 moments, Andrew, and I'll whip this thing up because I have been putting obviously with the playoffs and everything. A lot of my videos have been focused on that. But I am on the Wings doing a complete mock draft. So and like I want to start getting videos coming out a bit closer to the draft. But obviously I'm just being a bit prepared while I've got a little bit of time. Work wasn't too bad. I don't think he'll fall that far, but if Stutzel gets there, you lock that guy down. Like I actually think he's the second best player in the draft. Like if that manages to get there, then I mean you just gotta do it. Otherwise, a few people have Raymond pretty high. A few people have Rossi pretty high. I don't think Byfield will go that far. So Drysdale would probably be the player that, out of everyone available, if the top three is going to be Lafreniere, I mean definitely Lafreniere, Byfield and Stutzel. I reckon Drysdale is the way to go, personally. I've been watching. Thankfully, like I've got the memberships for the Elite Prospects website, so and I've just been watching a lot of footage, just familiarizing myself with the top 50 picks, because I do want a fair bit of content to come out around that draft. So I've just slowly started to familiarize myself. I fell in love with Tuttle. Like I actually think he's the second best player in the draft. I think you're getting a stud. Not next season, like he's not ready to go right now, but a very, very good player. And then I actually think Drysdale is better than a lot of the players. Seems to be a very good defender. And you know the Wings need a fair bit. You know, I'm not gonna put it lightly, but like I think a really good defender that can be around that franchise for like 15 years is the way to go. I just have a feeling he's one of those defenders that I don't think he'll ever win a Norris, but he'll be that player that is that next tier down that can just be at a club for forever. And yeah. So I would go that. I think there's a lot of longevity with Drysdale. Thoughts on Josh Williams? Ooh. Let's see if I got any notes on him. If I've got any, let's see if I've scouted him at all. God, I hate these live sheets. They just take forever to load stuff. I haven't really looked at him too much, to be honest. I've got him in here, but I haven't like, to be honest, I haven't watched any of his highlights or anything like that. Kane's taking this all this year. Jeremy, I think you're very close to that mark. I made a video on how they beat the Rangers, and that is a team that plays as like, it was very hard to pin, like with some of these other series that have won. You can find the fingerprint very easy of who won the series for them. Even though Aho had a great series, and I think this might be his coming out party this year, that was a full team effort. Like, that was a full team effort against the 5th highest scoring offense in the league, or 6th during the regular season. They weren't allowed to score at all. They like, there was never a doubt that the Canes were winning that series, and they're the only team that's probably come out and been so dominant. And I know, like, there's been obviously the goaltending issues for the Rangers, but if you look on the side that they just swallowed their offense, that's a scary team you don't want to verse. That's a very scary team. Definitely first round, but not sure if late or middle. Oh boy, I don't even think if he. I think he might be late, bud. I'll have to look at that. That'll be a project for me. I'll take a look at that, and we'll go through some of those. I'll go through Williams, and I'll let you know where I sit. I pretty much got my first like 20 sorted right now, but obviously I could look at some more players and go from there. I mean, and there'll be some player that I fall in love with, like Ty Smith from last year. I absolutely went frothed over him for no reason at all. Holloway's a player that I think is a good, like, if you're picking him around 20, that might be that one that you look back. You know how every draft there's always that player around 20 that seems to be good for some reason. 3-4 years down the road, I think Holloway might be that. I tried to place a bet before play-ins. They were 30 for 4 games started. Everyone forgot and bought trade deadline. Yeah. I'm annoyed because I've got every series. Oh no, the Jets. I picked the Jets to beat the Flames. So pretty much every series except for the Pens and the Jets. But yeah, I'm a bit. I'm really. Oh man, I'm scared of that Canes team. I'm really scared of that Canes team. The one thing that they've never had is offense. I was going to ask, are you a Nathan Walker diehard? No, no, I played him, but little bastard cross-checked me and slashed me in the wrist. So I saw him in the NHL, like when he was younger. I think I played him when he was. Before he went to Europe, so he would have been 16. And then I saw him in the NHL, and I was like, that's that little punk that slashed me in the wrists. So I remember that, that play. I was in the face-off. The only reason I remember that game is because he played for Sydney, and I played for Perth Thunder. The only reason I remember that game is he was on the first line, and their center in the face-off dot. So there's usually a lot of shit talking. You just never remember it. But their center in this game, and this is the only reason I remember it, because I got slashed pretty much immediately after that. He came in when it was a tie-up, and he just hacked my fucking hand. And I was like, by the way, who the hell was that? And yeah, it was him. But so that's my one. That's my one NHL. Like, oh, I played an NHL story. Not that I play anywhere near that level, but yeah, their center goes. We get into the face-off, and their center goes, "I bet you sit down when you take a poo." And I had no comeback for that. Absolutely no comeback for that. I was like, what? It was a great shirt because, like, if you want someone not thinking about the game, that was perfect. But yeah, I mean, it was cool that we now have an Australian that scores. He is what he is, but like, he's not like, he's definitely the best player we've ever produced. But yeah, he's not. He is a fringe player. We'll put it that way. But yeah, Hurricanes are definitely very scary. All right, here we go. Second period. Yeah, I think as long as the Canes don't match up against the Flyers, I think the Flyers might have their number. If you are around, yeah, ask questions. I know I keep saying it, but it keeps the stream moving along. And hit the sub button if you haven't already. It really does help us out. We're at 92 now, so pretty massive. Here we go. Tavares is having a decentish game. Hasn't been able to be crisp. Well, Hyman just got like. It is a crazy sport that like you can't just check someone in the middle of the back unless they're in front of your goalie, and then it's perfectly fine to just stick. I found your channel looking for live Maple Leafs. I became a fan with David Ayres. That was good times. That was good times. Steve Dangle and the podcast. Yeah, I mean, Steve Dangle is. I remember I was doing. I did post Penguin games, and I'm now at the point in my life where I can start doing that again. And I think it was Jake, actually. He was like, oh, this sounds a lot like Steve Dangle. I was like, who the hell's that? And then I looked and I was like, oh, it's a much, much, much more popular version of what I was doing. So I've changed it up for the Penguins games a bit. So I'm nothing. I watched a few of his and then, and demotivated. I didn't have much motivation because I was like, oh, it's already being done. But I'm now doing it again, and I just do it a completely different way. Instead of hat guy, I have scarf guy. No, could you imagine? Just like slightly tweak everything. Flyers would be a great test for the physicality. Yeah, that's the one team that I think. I mean, that's a good conference final for me. Flyers, Canes. I don't want to see that next round. I want to see that in the conference final. But yeah, completely agree with the Canes. Like that's a yeah, was very impressed by them. The one thing they've struggled with scoring, and yeah, that's gone away. Plus, there's some players on that team too, like that you don't hate. Like, who hates Sebastian Aho? Who hates James Reimer? Oh, here we go. Oh, was that Clifford? Yep. Man, Elvis is playing really well. Again, I was like, why are you subbing out Corpusalo? Like, it wasn't his fault that those 3 goals went in, and you get it now. These Latvians, man, coming breaking out this league. He has been drafted but not playing for Vancouver. But I played with Will Warm. I think Slavin will be huge. Either way, got to be great. Best luck to the Leafs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Leafs are getting through here. Which sucks because I've already got to do 3 videos and a post Penguins game video. So if they get eliminated, then there's another video of how the Blue Jackets beat that today. And then I'll have to do the season recaps during the week for the teams eliminated. Oh, boy. I think that was Atkinson. Matthews is getting some blocks. The Leafs, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, Atkinson just kind of stuffed that one up. The Leafs I just noticed, are putting it's these backhand shots on net or backhands in the slot, just hoping there's someone there. There's not really the control. Oh wow, it's the same goal as last time with Seth Jones. Anderson has a real problem with there from the blue line. Wow. Yeah, was this tipped or was this just a great shot again? That might just be a good shot. Let's take a look. No, it's just a wicked shot again. You got to stop. Oh, no, it did come off the stick. It did come off the stick. I apologize. Wow. Wow. It is 2-0. Oh, wow. I don't know what you do with this Leafs team now. I feel like the fan base is going to demand a virgin sacrifice if they don't get through. Do you know what's really bad is that the Lafreniere thing could go to the Penguins, it could go to Toronto, or if Oilers lose this game, it could go to the Oilers. So McDavid, Matthews, or Crosby, like arguably the best first round draft picks. like none of these teams deserve any more luck. I hope he doesn't go to the Panthers. That'd be my one. Because unless Bob gets it together, that team's in a huge hole with that contract. There we go, 14-14. Thanks everyone for sticking into the stream. Next ad break, I'm going to have to duck to the bathroom, but I lost 2 subs. That sucks. that's harsh. Happens. I got all the way up to 92, and I was happy. Unless it's wigging out on me again, but I have a feeling it's not. Can the Leafs come back? That's a good question. If they play like this, probably not. I think they'll need a bounce to be able to do that. But if they can get it together, I know they're out shooting them, but these shots are from nowhere. Like just then, it was a shot along the ice from the boards. Like Merzlikins is there again. It's a low shot. It's pretty much in the logo. I'm not liking their odds. All right, I'm just going to go to the bathroom very quickly, guys. I'll be back in 2 moments. If you've got any questions, put it in the chat. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that. That helps us out and gets me all excited. Anyway, back in a moment. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Just when nature calls, you got to pick up that phone. I don't know, bud. I could let you know. Where are you? Like what? Where are you based? I'm in Australia, so the channel is NHL.tv. But I can Google it for you if you want. I mean, it looks like it's on Sportsnet. So if you're in Canada, I'm in Ireland, but I found it. Oh, cool. Well, glad you found it, buddy. Is it on? Is it on like a channel in Ireland? That's interesting. I just wouldn't have thought it would have been. No, I guess I didn't check KO, which is wow, a huge chance there by Tavares. That was massive. I mean, it's been one soft defensive effort, one soft goal, and a very good goalie in Columbus, and that's been the difference. CBC and Sportsnet. Scandalous on both. I think we might be putting on a jumper very shortly. It is a very dreary, cold day in Canberra today. It's just, those days when it's like 100% chance of rain, and you're just like, oh, great, fantastic. That's going to be my life. I mean, the only thing that I will say with the Leafs is they're starting to get zone time, but I think that second goal is going to be the killer. So Anderson's not liking these blue. Oh, here we go. Nylander. No. Merzlikins is just very good at reading the play. Good glove. I love the little glove save when they're just like, boop. That is mine now. How dare you think that was yours? I am offended. Oh, Clifford way too wide there. It's never going to be a shot on net. Oh, I forget Gerby's still in the league. Man, like NHL 14, just utter speed. I remember I picked him up for his speed in Sheldon Surrey because he had 100 slap shot power. Oh, I think the other thing is like just the Leafs are collapsing a fair bit. But if you look at, so next time Leafs get a zone entry, if they move the puck up to their blue line, there is a Blue Jacket, if not two, trying to turn over that puck. Where the blue line for the Leafs seems to have a lot more time and space. Stream's going well, good, Powerade. Yep, definitely getting some subs, so it's it's helping things out. It said 92 and now it's back to 90, so I guess two people didn't like what was happening. That's okay. It's a slow burn. Plus, I got a lot of videos coming out today, and those how blah 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 beat this team. Those videos seem to have done pretty well. All right. Again, this has been a good 2 minutes of just Blue Jackets with the puck. Here we go. Here's a bit of a breakout. Now, if they get some zone time, let's see if they can get it to the... see if they can get it to the D without being pushed around a bit. All right, here we go. Now they're set up. What's Cece doing? Yeah, I feel like there's just a little pressure. Just a Swiss one more pressure. Thanks for whoever liked the video, by the way. That, again, helps it out. I think it moves it up further in the... in the looks of things. So, that was a rough offside. Oh, 91 subs. Well, thank you, whoever just subbed. I don't know who that was. Maybe let me know in the comments below. I think it fluctuates when it live streams. That helps it out. But that's kind of my goal when I do these live streams. If I get one sub out of it, then it's completely worth it. 5 likes. Thank you, whoever just liked the video as well. So someone obviously just liked and subbed. I appreciate it. If you got anything in the chat, pop it in. Any questions, anything like that, I'm happy to have a chat. Where we've had a few people stop by and ask a few questions, which has made the stream pretty enjoyable, actually. It's only so much you can say that the Leafs are struggling to score. Was that you liking it, Jake? There you go. That's big. That's a big like. It's funny, like, if you see anyone that with like, that's clearly a kid with like Fortnite in their thing, then usually they say they sub, and they do, and then yeah, they disappear pretty quickly, and then you see like the unsub, and you're like, oh, just wanted to shout out. 6 likes. Whoever liked the video, again, thank you very much. Again, I'm pretty sure it helps something. I mean, every other YouTuber in the world tells you to do it, right? So it must do something. This is just purely to fill the ego. God. Can you imagine going back to like the Depression era in 1920 and be like, well, I make videos and I ask people to like them? Like, you'd just be killed on the spot. Oh. My dad is messaging me. Asking if I would like to do lunch. Remember that conversation when I said this weekend's going to be crap and I'm going to have to do like 100 videos, Dad? That means I can't have lunch. Gets it to the trending page. There you go. I mean, that's where I probably struggle on this side of things, is that I just, yeah. I'm like, it is what it is, and you slowly grow and you go from there. I don't try like, oh, I need to get on the trending page and it needs to happen now, which is probably my issue. Should probably just hire like a publicist and be like, go do the thing. Would you want to do this full time? Yeah, 100%. Oh my god, this would be like my dream job. There's a few hockey YouTubers that do this full time. That's why you need a producer. I do need a producer. That I mean, but from memory, Jake, they cost money, and I looked at my bank account, and it made a wah 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 noise. Doesn't even come up with numbers now. It just has a sound effect of like a whistle. No, I mean I'm saving up some squirrels and trying to get this a bit bigger, and then I'll try hire a producer. Just kick someone. Obviously, it won't be the best paying gig, but kick someone a couple of bucks to be able to help out throughout the week and stuff. Just take the workload off as this kind of grows. I mean, I'm a fair way away from making money off this, but like if I get the 4,000 subs and get that $100 a month in ad revenue, I know that's just going to go straight back into the channel. So that's like my wallet. I open it up and it's just John Travolta looking confused. I know that exact gif too. But yeah, it will be yeah. But yeah, so down the road there'll be, for some poor human being, there'll be a small producer gig. But it's just like being in oh, here we go. Spencer's feeding someone. Oh, go Spencer. Go. Oh no, oh yes, he fought back. Oh god, that is a good fight. You gotta slap. That looked like I was furiously masturbating. But yeah, down the road, some poor person's going to make $100 a week to start off with to help out. Oh, so it's a power play to Columbus for the slash. Oh man, there are some absolute haymakers going. That's some good helmet hair. Oh, then he goes to Spencer and you see the bald spot, and you're like, "That's not good helmet hair." Oh boy, that's a tough bald spot, bud. Yeah, a little bit. Marlowe as a Penguin's another one. Like, it's like, no, you're in teal. Even though he played for Boston before, I think if you saw Joe Thornton on another team, even though I think he might go again. I think this year next season, if he plays again, you might see him on another team at the trade deadline. What's the other game looking like? Oh, the Blackhawks are winning. Oh, God. So there's another video. I could see him on Dallas. Yeah. Well, that's because that was the rumor, right? For ages. Curious how they go. I mean, the window. I mean, that's the thing. They've kind of been in a bit of a window, Dallas, but just have never taken that next step. Oh, Anderson, that's big. That's big. Oh god, this is getting scrappy as. Oh, another fight, Dubois. Oh, f yes. Oh my god, there's like going to be like 9 majors. No, they didn't full on fight. I'm curious how they break down these penalties. That's a lot of penalties. Well, as we saw with the Preds, like your window shuts very quickly, especially in the West. Big chance by Atkinson. Man, the Blue Jackets have suckered the Leafs into playing their game. Okay. The commentator said it's only roughing to Kerfoot, and I was like, it has to be offsetting penalties. Like, it was everyone it is. Atkinson goes in the bench as well. All right, 4 minutes to go. It's big. If Columbus score, I just can't see him blowing a 3-goal lead. Oh, penalty. Here we go. Foligno's not happy. Foligno is not thrilled. The Blackhawks now have a power play. Oh my god. He scored. Oh, Kubalik. That's unbelievable. So there's another video I've got to make tonight. Jesus. At this rate, I'm going to bed at 2 a.m. Because it takes me about an hour and a half to make one of these videos, to edit it, render it, and get it all going. All right, here we go. So Toronto, this is a huge power play. They've got to be opportunistic here. I just don't like them trying to get 2 goals in a period. They get a goal here. Again, a nothing shot, no traffic. We definitely need to find a jumper. It's just jerseys around me. All right, I'm going to quickly find a jumper. Ah! I'm tangled. Oh, Tavares. That was a pretty sweet tip, but good old Elvis is on it. No. Yeah, Riley's someone that's been a bit quiet offensively. Again, they're trying to force this play into the slot. It's just not there. Chicago wins. Oh my God. I can't believe that. We're really looking down the barrel of a team with Matthews, a team with Crosby, and a team with McDavid getting another franchise player. Or an elite player. We'll say elite. We definitely know he'll be that. Maybe not maybe he's not that, ridiculous that one of these I mean, I'm a Penguins fan. We do not deserve this pick, and we're probably going to get it. Oh, far oh. Wow. I wonder if I'm not making excuses, but I really wonder if it's because the ice isn't as good that the skill teams are struggling. The pure skill teams, the ones that don't have an identity outside of puck moving. Because that just seems odd. Weird year. It's an understatement. I can't believe Chicago win. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Because Chicago was terrible this year. Oh. Yeah, you weren't lying. 43 shots on goal. I'll have to watch the highlights, but oh boy. All right, one moment. I'm just getting a jumper. No, I can't zip it up. What zip? There we go. There we go. Is that another power play? Okay, for tripping. Tavares is the only one really doing much. Oh, wow. Nylander, so close. You look at Tavares, look up, and just realize that there's just less and less time, isn't it? Like, you can tell the Leafs are thinking the same way, like, oh, we got to get one before this period ends. Get that music pumping in the arena. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Oh, Mana's been quiet. Matthew. Oh, wow. I haven't even seen Matthews at all this game. Yet again, it's another game where their stars, the Mana and Matthews and Nylander's been a little bit around. I'll give him a bit of a pass, but I've definitely noticed Tavares. There's Kapanen. Another quiet game, Kapanen. Man, Elvis is looking good. Elvis is looking real good. He's definitely on here. This power play is pretty big. This power play is massive. Guys, if you've got any questions, guys or girls, if you've got any questions, put it in the chat. Hit the subscribe button. It does really help us out. I think likes help too. Something about some page. It goes somewhere. Something happens and YouTube likes it. Which then makes me feel good. Dubois is a beauty. Just had to say that, yeah. Hey, Joe Awesome, how are you? Joe Awesome 2000 and Berlin 101. What do you think about the game between the Canadians and Penguins? I'm a Penguins fan, so it was not a great game. Man, that was a team that just... The Penguins throughout that whole series just were like, yeah, I mean, we are going to win. We are a better team. We are going to win. And they, you need to try. Credit to Montreal, but clutch when they had to. I mean, Petrie had 2 game-winning goals. Who picked that going into that series? Yeah, Price was great. Remember that first game when they came out and scored a bunch. But yeah, like the game itself, if you're a Penguins fan or a Montreal fan, it was a good game because it was super tense. If you were a neutral fan, that was a terrible game to watch. But yeah, I needed a good half an hour after the Pens got eliminated. The only thing that I think made it okay is then you're just like, well, Lafreniere. It'll be fine. Be fine. Although now Oilers are in that boat now too. So, who do you go for, Joe Awesome? What about you, Andrew? Who do you go for? Let's get some allegiances. Let's get the allegiances out there. Toronto. Got some bad news for you, bud. Might be a bit of a spoiler alert. I don't think they're winning this game. Yeah. Lafreniere. This is the only good thing about this playoffs. Is like you lose and then you're like, oh, we're in with a chance with Lafreniere. Like there's like this little consolation prize at the end of it that's like, oh, okay. But yeah. Do you think there'll be much that happens with Toronto at the end of the season? Like, do you think there'll be a trade? Do you think a GM will be fired? Because I feel like can make up for it. No, I know, but it is that little bit of like, at least it's not just you lose and that's it, right? Like, I mean, it's better than nothing. I wonder what this team does. I wonder what Toronto does. Because there's a few teams that are coming up in the East that are looking a bit scary down the road. And I just can't say the same with the Leafs in a few years. I don't. Yeah, it sucks. Because I mean, the joke is like, screw the Leafs. It's gone maybe Dubas. So that'll be interesting because the 2 youngest GMs then will both be gone. Obviously, the whole Chaika thing was a different thing, but which means every team will go to the old farts again. Oh, I can't. Yeah, like it's so weird. I don't know what you do with this Leafs. I'm also a Canes fan. I was talking about them before. They'll be really, really good this playoffs. I think the one matchup that they mightn't do too well against is Philadelphia. But outside of that, I reckon they'll steamroll. Really good. So obviously, guys, it's 2-0 right now in the Jackets game. Thank the Lord. Yeah. Keep the questions coming. It really does help, especially intermissions, because I'm on the NHL.tv feed, so I don't get any of the commercials. So literally just nothing happens. It's just complete silence in intermission. That's what you get on the Australian feed. It's just this. It's just a giant wet fart. Thanks to whoever liked the video. I appreciate that. If you haven't subbed yet, that really does help us out. You have no idea how much how far a subscription goes. Slowly getting closer to 100. Yeah, it's over. Blackhawks won. So Oilers are done. That's I was saying this before. So a team that has drafted Crosby in the last 15 years, a team that has drafted Matthews, and a team that has drafted McDavid might get another elite player for losing. It's so not fair. And for all three of them, I don't think it fixes any of the problems. So not fair. But that's the way it is. Wow. Here we go. They're talking. One of my friends is an Oilers fan, and one is a Pen fan, so sucks for them. Yep. I mean, well done, Blackhawks. Like, honestly, like, no one had them to do anything. Same with Montreal. No one had them to pick to do anything. It was kind of like they were there to make numbers, right? And they were able to win. So credit to them. Blue Jackets have played very well. I just think it's an unfortunate matchup for the Leafs. It really is an unfortunate matchup. It's just terrible. One more period. Then I've got a bit of a break until the Wild Vancouver game, which I think will be a ripper as well. I think that'll be a very good game, actually. All right, so I'm actually getting some of the analysis here. Usually, I don't get anything on the Australian feed. I think the problem with Toronto is they, especially in this game. Say Wild Vancouver game again. Wild Vancouver. Vancouver versus the Wild. Oh man, is he so good? When they dropped Corpusalo for this game, I was like, "What are you doing? Like, he's been great." I'll just shut up because the coach knew what he was doing. Holy Jesus, did this work out? I thought it was a fluke in the regular season. I was like, nah, he's going to be terrible. But no. The way you said wild, Minnesota wild, wield. I'll be able to put their jerseys on. So I'm going to have I've got this bad boy. So I've got a Ben H Sports sends me. I pay for him, but he's an absolute beaut. That guy. He sends me. He sends me random jerseys every 2 weeks. This is what I got last week. A random unboxing, just a Patterson. That, and I've got a Parise Wild jersey with their third logo as well. Somewhere in amongst all those jerseys, there's a lot in there, so that's going to be brutal to go through to find that. But that's all right. Who is the hockey guy? I got to look him up because, there's been so many people that have told me about him the last 2 weeks. I just found him because he sent to Australia, and so I got my first jersey from him, which was a Penguins jersey, about a month ago, and it was, for me, for instance, I got my girlfriend to order that jersey at random and one from NHL.com. That jersey came within a week from Canada to Canberra, Australia during this pandemic. That is unbelievable. The NHL store one still has not come. It's been 5 weeks, and I sent them an email, nothing. So then I asked Ben H. I was like, "Hey, if I just say how much I want to pay for a jersey, which is obviously normal value that you can see on his website. I just averaged it. I said this is what my max is, which is the max, and I just said if you can go through that stuff. If you can just send me a jersey, I'll pay for it, and then I can do an unboxing in the channel. You open with that, and he was like, and I kind of thought he'd be like, nah, sounds like work, but no, he was fine with it. He thought it was a great idea. But yeah, then like when the jersey came, it came with a card saying the hockey guy, and I was like, who the fuck is the hockey guy? And then yeah, I went to his channel I think 2 days ago, and like I mean, there's some. I guess I got to go through it because I got to make sure I'm not being anything like him, right? What happened to them again? Yeah, that was crazy. Like that was crazy. Where I lived, like you couldn't go outside without a mask. You had to buy a special mask because our air quality was the worst in the world. It was just crazy, the fires here. I was on the emergency broadcast channel. We in Canberra, so we've got bushland all around us, and like we were really close to having to deal with it. We had to evacuate my grandparents from the coast of New South Wales. They ended up being put out, but like way later than. When do you think they got put out? I'm curious, Joe Awesome. When do you think? Like, give me a month when you think they got put out. Seeing that it was all December, January, right? 500 million animals. Yeah, it was about March, April. Yep. Yeah. It was just nonstop. It was just nonstop. It was the perfect storm. We won't have that for another 5 or 10 years, but yeah. I don't know. I was asking you. Yeah. I just figured have a guess, like just to see. Like it just kept going. Like it just kept going. But yeah, like it was the worst. Like our prime minister. So pretty much what happened was all the governments cut all the budgets for our rural firefighters like every year for like 10 years in a row. So they didn't backburn, they didn't do anything. We went through a drought. So it was just like perfect for our fires to just go nuts. And it was just more and more, and then they joined each other and became super fires, and you're like, well, that can't be good. It was just constant. And our prime minister was in Hawaii during it. And you're like, great. What a good time for you to go on holiday, bud. But yeah, you do think of the Australian bushfires and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that was even a thing with the way this year's gone. Thankfully, I'm a bit lucky. Like where I live in Canberra, like we don't have cases, but we have like Victoria's in complete lockdown, which is a state in Australia. The 3 million people, they're just in complete lockdown. They can't go 5 kilometers outside of their house and then go outside for an hour a day. That's it. So yeah. Yeah, hopefully everyone's safe and stuff, by the way. But no, yeah, the fires, like, yeah, I think about 500 million animals were killed during that. That's when I found out that like people overseas really give a crap about koalas. So weird. You've got Victoria and I've got Victoria. Yeah. There's so Ben H Sports, like back to the hockey guy thing, which again I have to check out his channel because I don't want to be. I've had a few comments like, oh, this is a little bit like the hockey guy, and I was like, oh, I don't like the sound of that. So I'll have to see what he's doing and just make sure I'm not doing anything similar. I don't think I am, but we'll double check because I think his is all one take with a whiteboard, right? But yeah, the Ben H Sports thing. He was born in Kingston, Ontario, and I live in a suburb that's Kingston in Canberra. And he was like, yeah, it was just weird. And he was like, it's weird seeing Kingston. It's like, and you got a Victoria and you got everything. I was like, yeah, we're both Commonwealth countries. Like we're gonna have the same stuff. Victoria. I shall name this Kingston for the Queen. I am jacked. No. What's Victoria Day? Or is that Queen Victoria Day? Because we do have Queen's birthday. Who do you think is winning the cup? Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, it's going to hurt me to say this. It's going to... It's gonna hurt me to say this. Give me 30 seconds here. I just want to take a look at how the West is looking. I'm trying to think what the matchup is going to be at the West. Is the federal Canadian public holiday celebrated on the last Monday preceding May 25th, honor Queen Victoria's birthday? Yes, so we have Queen's birthday. So which is for Queen's Victoria birthday, which is like the first Sunday in June for us. And in Canberra, you used to be able to buy fireworks for it, but you can't do that anymore because too many dogs were just like getting freaked out, like busting out of their place. And then the RSPCA, which is like our version of the pound, was just like, yeah, come on, guys, we need to stop this. We need to stop the fireworks. All right, let's take a look at the ladder here. Okay. I think the cup final will be Flyers versus the Abs. Scores 2-0. 2-0 to the Blue Jackets. I think the cup final will be the Flyers versus the Abs, and I think the Flyers will win. And it really pains me to say that, but I like them as a team. I think they've got... I don't think they'll be one of those dynasty ones that we'll be back to it next year. I just think they'll be able to find lightning in a bottle. I like what I see there. Plus, they got a goaltender that can steal a game or two. They've got a good defense that's mobile and a bit big. They can play physical. They can play skill. They're built like a playoff team, right? Yeah. But otherwise, I think Carolina have a good chance if they can get that far. Maybe the Golden Knights. Like, I wouldn't sleep on the Knights. Oh, Carter Hart's amazing. Outside of oh god, what's his name? Igor Shchushkin from the Rangers. I think those two are going to be like the next echelon of like Vezina winning goalies down the way. I mean, still like 2-3 years away, but Carter Hart can win a series now. I would also not sleep on, not that I think that they're not going to win the cup, but a team, if they can win tonight, the Vancouver Canucks are a team that can spoil a party for another team, I think. So I would be interested in that. I'm just going to make sure the heater's turned on because it has like plummeted 9 degrees in this damn apartment. I know it's cold. Guys, keep the questions coming. They really are helping. If you haven't subbed, hit the sub button because, yeah, it smiles on the dials. And if you hit like on the video, I think that helps it in some way, shape, or form. Every other YouTuber says to do it, so I'm going to also do it. So there's nothing different. Anyway, back in like 30 seconds. I don't see the Flyers going to the finals. Oh, thanks whoever liked the video just then, because I can see we're on 8 now. So I do appreciate that. I do notice these things. Yeah, I can't see St. Louis getting back there. I mean, they need another stellar goaltender performance, and I don't know if they've got that in them again. So I think what the Flyers will do this year will be very similar to what St. Louis did last year. Yeah, Tampa's the other one, but like they just keep choking, so I just can't pick them. Dream final, Vegas versus Montreal. I mean, that would not be a dream final for anyone. Are you happy that they got through, Jake? If I was to tell you that right now, if I said Montreal, if they lose, they'll get Lafreniere, or they can win one round, and then I have no prediction. I can't tell you what will happen after that. Which one would you pick? You can have one or the other. I mean, that's with the guarantee of Lafreniere, not like an 8% chance or whatever it is. I mean, it's better than if you just lose, but yeah, obviously now you're picking later in the draft as well, no matter what. Where are the Penguins going to pick now? I wonder. Like, oh no, we give up our pick, don't we, to the Wild unless it's wins the lottery. Yeah, Kid is very good. Stutzel's the other one. That I think I don't necessarily think he'll be picked second, but I think he'll be the second best player in the draft. Here we go. Power play for the Blue Jackets. Oh, whiffs on that puck. God, Jones is good. I mean, when do we start to put him in the conversation of that he is one of the best defenders in this league? He does the simple things so well. I just noticed these linesmen are just in the way all the time. Like I just don't remember that years past. It's like lost puppies. Wow, the Blue Jackets aren't even trying to score; they're just killing off the time. This is going to be a fun. This is going to be a fun period if it plays out like this. 1 or 12. Yeah, but I think we have to give it up to Minnesota then, if it's 12. Which sucks because it's a good draft. Play like Zach Hyman. Yeah. It's the thing with if you've got a skilled team, right? Like if they're on, they're on, and if they're not, it really hurts. Wouldn't that be good for Toronto? After the whole, they lost those games to Boston and they blew those leads. If they could do it themselves and come back. By the looks of it, it looks like Columbus are just looking to waste time. Oh my God, off the post. That seems to, that distance, for whatever reason, Anderson is really having problems with it. Wow. Miss Leakin's 53 consecutive saves. Same point, far side. I don't know if it's his positioning, but it is. There's been 3 goals in 2 games scored from there against Anderson. So you just got to start to see that desperation. It's a good desperation, but the Leafs have come out a little bit more desperate. Before they had a mindset towards the end of the second period of, oh, we've got to get one, and you could feel the pressure there. Now this is a good desperation. This is like, it's not we have to score, it's let's score. This is going to be fun. Barry Riley just doing nothing. Again, haven't seen Matthews at all. Jenna had a big chance. Oh, here we go, Nylander. Just wide. Nylander's at least had a decent. At least he's not. I don't think he'll be part of the conversation of not showing up. If it is, that's because he's not Canadian. Oh, what do you guys think is going to happen in this game? Give the predictions. What's going to happen? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Thanks, Jake, for stopping by. Appreciate it. 92 subs. Thank you, whoever just subbed. I think it runs on a bit of a delay, so do apologize if I didn't grab that straight away. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a big call. That is a big call. I don't completely disagree with it. I think Matthews will still be better, but I get what you're saying. Like, could you imagine that sort of player on this Leafs lineup with the skill, just having someone with that will? There we go. They're able to stop that. See, it's just so easy for them to. I keep. Oh, wow. It's just it just seems that their blue line for Columbus have a bit more time and space than the blue line with the puck for the Leafs when they're in the zone. $15.50. The first period rocketed through. This period's really lingered. Feels like 10 minutes have gone by. All right. It's really happening. You can't. If you're a fan of them, you just got to be a fan of them. Through thick and thin. The football team that I go for in Australia, AFL, Aussie Rules, they hadn't won anything since 1954. And then when they won it 3 years ago, it was incredible. Like, it was absolutely incredible. I got to go to the game. 100,000 people at the MCG. Just, yeah, like when the valve gets released and the dam wall busts and the drought's over, it's a good feeling. But yeah, it's just this Leafs team. It's just. Do you not feel that they've not learnt their lessons from 2011 and they just keep making the same kind of team to go out there and like the CC move, like you just regret that so much. It just means at the deadline you can't get what you need to get with that 4 mil on the books. Also, like Tavares has been good this game. Like he's been unlucky not to score. Nylander has been okay. But the rest of the stars, like it's the same story. Like they just go missing. Mana, Matthews. There's always if Toronto lose, there's three players. Riley, I've barely heard his name. Kapanen, barely heard of him. Mikheyev, Robertson, like it just barely heard of them. If it's a good scoring chance for it's Tavares involved. Like I'd love to see what Steve Dangle does if they lose. That video is going to be great. Funny how people have no problem leaving their spouse. That's a good point. I mean, you can do what you want. I just sort of say that, like, when it pays off and they do win, it is something special. If it's been a long drought, that's what I'd say. I'm also still with my girlfriend of 6 years, so maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know how to leave. Be all right. But also, you usually don't like. like my relationship with the Penguins and the Western Bulldogs, my football team, like they date back from when I was 5, so that's gone on 26 years now. So my partner, I've only been dating for 6 years. So that's nothing. It's nothing. I can swap teams now. I won't. But that is a very good point. I did enjoy that good little giggle. Oh, 92 subs. That's big. I'm happy with that. I think we might edge 100 some point this month, which will be insane. But yeah, thanks everyone for sort of sticking in and asking questions and whatnot. It really does keep the stream going. So we're just hitting 2 hours, and then when this game's over, I will have time to scoff food down and then get ready to start the next one. But it's just hit over noon in Australia, so food will definitely be needed. God, it's so. I mean, thank God there's playoff hockey going on, and I decided to do this live stream. It is a terrible day out there. It's just wet and gloomy and ugh. The GMC player of the game, good in all terrain. Still not as good as that Kit Kat Chunky ad. Now 20% chunkier. Yeah, that Tavares shot was the big one. "12 minutes. So no team has won yet being down 2-1 in games. Right? Yeah. That's a weird stat. Mazlikin's just stretching out. Getting those hip flexors going. Again, so good. Mazlika is so good at reading the play. Oh, he was on there was nothing there. A lot of goalies that just don't cover that post properly. There is nothing there. He is perfect on that net. God, that save does not look good, but it is so good. It is so hard to go side to side and just be in perfect positioning. Oh, the Leafs are going to come. It is going to be an exciting end to this game. All right, here we go. Oh, Matthews misses. It's a trip. Although that trip probably stopped a goal from happening. Just want a Canadian team to win the cup. Who? Like, who can? That's left. Because I can't see the Flames winning one. They showed poise in that last game, but I mean, yeah. I can't see them winning. The Jets were probably a good hope, but injuries again hurt them. I'll probably leave and cry. Yeah, that was my feeling when the Pens lost. Let's just say I was glad that this game didn't start an hour after didn't start till an hour had gone by, because I was pretty sad. Oh, big save. Again, they're just able to shoot from there, although one of them just blew a tire. So here we go. Might be something here. No, Hyman just winding up. Hyman's had an okay game as well. There's another player I won't throw shade to. It's not everyone that's the problem. It's just a few people that go missing in these key areas that need to be your difference makers. I mean, they make like $10 million a year. I know that's the easy comment to make, but there we go. They're just happy killing this off. It's almost like the Blue Jackets are just trying to kill their own power play just to 2 minutes off the clock. They can smell it. They can definitely smell the win. Yeah, who do you think the next Canadian team to win the Cup will be? I'm just trying to think who has the line. I mean, maybe the Oilers if they. I mean, they're probably a few years away, right? But I just can't see. I think Toronto have the most pieces to be able to win one, but I don't see it happening. Like with this identity, I don't know how you fix this team. Because how long has it been since they won a series? I think that's like 2001 or something, right? Yeah. At least with the heart, right? There we go. It's 10 seconds to go. Penalty will be killed. There's 9 minutes on the clock. So this is it now. That trip, but to make this power play happen, probably stopped a goal. So that was a good. I think the Jets have a best chance. Their defense, but man, it's terrible. Plus, I think Wheeler's going to go back. Like, how long can Wheeler stay at this level, right? At a certain time, it's going to be Scheifele and Ehlers, and that's it. Because I thought that too, and then I kind of looked at the lineup and I was like, oh boy, maybe they missed out on their window. Lane just hasn't really been able to be all that. Little might never play again, which sucks. I mean, Vancouver's another one that's super exciting down the road. Super exciting. They have some real good young talent. Hey, John, how are you? We're just talking about which Canadian team might win the next cup while the ads are on. If you got any questions or anything, let us know. That goes for anyone in here. And if you haven't subscribed, that helps out. And a like goes a long way too. We just hit 9. So thank you, whoever liked. It doesn't tell me because I don't know why YouTube doesn't give you that functionality. It seems like a normal functionality. This is like blah, 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 like the stream. But no. But no, they'll take a code of 3 minutes. So we can't have it. I think so. Coming across like just complaining. Yeah, I wanted to be able to come up, make my life easy. But thank you, whoever did just like. And again, if you subscribe, but yeah, we're just answering questions. We're chilling out. 9 minutes to go on this game. Well, we just hit 93 subs. So thank you, whoever just subbed. So that's big. That's massive. Getting closer to 100. There we go. We're just playing the goals. 8:35. I just get the feeling that the Leafs might score one. Oh, who is that to? I don't know why I get this feeling they're going to score. They haven't looked like the score all night. If Tavares hasn't been involved. There we go. Another 30 seconds off the clock. It's now 8 minutes. I'm a Jackets fan. I think you're about to start celebrating in about 8 minutes' time, John. They played very, very well. How good is Malik and Elvis? I'm just going to say Elvis. How good has he been in net? I thought it was a real worry that they were like, not playing Corpusalo. But boy, was I wrong. Damn, I missed that one. Also, the thing that other plays in the Jackets thing is that ice ain't getting better. The longer this game goes, this ice isn't getting better. Oh, that's a big chance, but missed the net. Clifford's played well. But yeah, Elvis having a great game. Jones is, oh God, we got to start putting him in the conversation. He's the best defender in this league. One of. Oh, it's just Justin Hall, almost another lazy effort, led to another goal. Just so slow. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting to the business end. $6.20 to go. Oh boy. Yep. More time off the clock. I mean, since the 9-minute mark, I don't think the Leafs have had a shot on net. It's now less than 6. 5:50 coming up. What is Riley like? They're just. Wow, Riley's not having a good game. Oh, this might be it. That's it. That is the game. Boone Jenner. What was Riley doing? He was just holding the puck for like 15 seconds. Another, like, all 3 goals have been terrible mistakes. Foligno just like, okay, I'll just stick, like, great play by Foligno. And that's it. Look at all their body language of the Leafs. They know it's done. That is just great play, but like, you can't just sit there and not skate and try generate. If no one's free, then do something yourself. Great shot by Boone Jenner, but that should never happen. At this level of play, I wonder if the Leafs are just gassed on the back-to-back. What's the score? 3-0. 3-0. Boone Jenner just put it in. With 5 minutes 10 to go. Unbelievable. Like, the only way I can describe the goal is Riley had the puck in the blue line for a good 10 seconds waiting for someone to do something, and no one did, and he just didn't skate it. And so he just tried to force a pass, and it just went straight to Foligno. He was able to intercept it, and then passed it, and that's it. I think I'm off. See ya. Thanks, John, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate it. This is just, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I just don't have words for this. Oh, wow. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know what you can say about this Leafs team. Yeah, wow. Boom. I'm so shocked. Well, there we go. There we go. We got a goal. Nylander. I mean, it's not his fault. It's just bobbled out in front. Yeah. I don't know why the commentary is saying he didn't read it well. It's a bit rough. Oh. I'm glad Nylander got a goal. He deserved something. He deserved a goal. If you are around, guys, I am answering questions in the chat or just having a conversation. So feel free. They've pulled the goalie. 3 minutes to go. This is it. Nylander goal. I mean, gave it something. Oh my God! Tavares has scored. Oh my God! Reverse Boston? Oh my God. Could you imagine if the Leafs, with everything that they've had to endure, were able to pull this off? Tavares, again, the other good player. Like Tavares and Nylander have been the two good forwards. They might Powerade. They might. 3 minutes. Here we go. Unbelievable. Is it a little too late? That's massive. Oh, man, he didn't. I thought that was over, but all of a sudden, 2 minutes now, or 2:15. Oh boy. Oh, holy Jesus! Like unbelievable. Oh, minute 45. Oh, another turnover. Oh, it's into the side of the net. I thought that was in. Oh, there's the biggest troll. Just at the side of the net. Oh, how does that get in there? That's unbelievable. $138, empty net. Oh boy, if they score, it's going to be just an eruption. Either way, if a team scores now, it's just going to be. Oh, he's able to keep it in. Who is that? Mana showed up finally. Tavares. Oh, the puck's out in front. Oh, Nylander with a huge chance. This is crazy to watch. Nylander trying to get it to Tavares. Last minute. This might be it now. If he can get it on net. Oh, shot went. 45 seconds. 40. Oh, wow. I kind of want the Leafs to score now. I'm not a fan, but like, wow. Oh my goodness! It is a tie game. Unbelievable. Oh. Unbelievable. Riley saves a massive goal. Oh. When I'm back, the game is tied. John, the game is tied. Toronto have scored 3 goals in the space of nothing. That was Hyman, right? Yeah, Hyman through the net, through the legs. I am losing my mind. I just watched this team come back from nowhere. I was like, oh, I better get some notes together to say how the Blue Jackets beat this Leafs team in the playoffs. We are going to overtime. Oh my goodness. Oh. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Like literally they scored Like 3 goals in the space of like 3 minutes. It was. I'm still. My mind has not got over it. My phone is just blowing up because I've got like a couple of group chats, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, what am I watching?" Oh, I've got to when this video like goes live. I'll have to go back. So it was Nylander to start off with, who had a very good game thus far. Tavares got the second goal, and I was saying Tavares had a very good game, and then Hyman got the third from a pass from Nylander with Tavares out in front of the net. Oh, like it's just oh. Wow. If they reverse Boston and win this game, that's going to be incredible. Like, just incredible. I don't have words. Like, I legitimately don't have words. So now it's going to overtime. Like, I honestly thought the Leafs were done. Like, I was like, again, I was pretty much, just ready to start writing notes, like for how the Blue Jackets beat this team. Obviously, I've got the next live stream for Minnesota. I mean, that's coming up, but oh, wow, like wow, yeah. I don't have words. I legitimately don't have words. Just holy, like what have I just watched? Like legitimately, like when this video goes up, I'd be so curious to see what my reactions were. Because I was gobsmacked, like just gobsmacked. When Nylander scored, I was like, yeah, it's good that Nylander scored. At least, like he's had a good game. He showed up. Marner and Matthews didn't show up. Tavares scored. Yeah, I mean he's had a great game. He's been around, and then still just like I don't it'll be an interesting end, but I don't think they'll tie it up. And then just Hyman, just wow. Mind blown. Mind blown. I'm just going to go to the bathroom very quickly, guys. Fill up my water bottle. I'll be back in 30 seconds. But oh boy, do we have a barn burner? If you do have any questions, put it in the chat down below. Happy to talk during the intermission, of course. And yeah, thanks. Oh wow. I'm still gobsmacked at that. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I'm still like, wow. Like, this is ridiculous. Gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. Guys, if you got anything to sort of say, any questions, keep the conversation going in the chat. Oh. Wow. Like, pretty unbelievable. Oh. I'm still shocked. I'm still very, very shocked at that. Can pull through. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is incredible. Whoever wins this game will probably win the series now after this. God, wouldn't this be the worst if Toronto did this and then they just lose in overtime? Like, wouldn't that hurt? Because they have the momentum. Yeah, but I mean, that'll only last a few minutes. The Blue Jackets just started defending from like 15 minutes on, and then, you know, they needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Dubois had a good chance at an empty net that Morgan Riley sort of flagged down, so that helped, obviously. But yeah, oh wow. Oh. This would be unbelievable for this Leafs franchise if they. I mean, both franchises, if they win this game, it's so unreal. Because either the Blue Jackets are moving on to the playoffs after losing all those players, like Duchesne, Panarin, you know, Bobrovsky. Like, it's such a good effort. Oh, I would love to be in that. I would love to be in the dressing room with Tortorella just losing his shit right now. Like, he might be peeing in the stalls and marking his territory and maybe that mad. He may have just gone full caveman. Holy Jesus. Yeah, so the Leafs might be able to do this. I know, Powerade. I know. Unbelievable, right? I was honestly like, yeah, this is good. The game was gonna end 10 minutes before the Wild game was gonna start, and I'd get a small window here to make some lunch. Who do you think will manage? I think the Blue Jackets still gonna win. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Eat your spit, loser. What? What a lovely human being you are. There we go. Thank you. Oh. I like how it's a little bit more civil, the chat, than the Penguins Flyers one. I remember that chat got a bit wild at some points. You're a nice human being. Thank you. The internet's the worst. Like, we are all the worst people. That's all right. It is what it is. I do stand-up comedy, so like, yeah, there's nothing anyone can say that I've just never not heard before. I remember once, like one stand-up gig, one guy said, "Can I interrupt for a moment?" Like mid, like punchline to a joke, and I was like, "No, you can't." He's like, "Well, I am anyway. You have the worst tooth-to-gum ratio I have seen in a human being in my entire life, and I have traveled the globe." And I was like, I don't know what to respond to you with. It was such a good burn. Like I was just like, oh my god. But that's right. You gotta have thick skin sometimes. But yeah, like legitimately, I was just like, all right, I'll be able to get some lunch, and then be able to start the next stream. And yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to do that now, am I? $93 subs too. So thank you for everyone who was subbed during the stream. It really does help us out. Yeah, they did. Like the thing with stand up is like you just got to expect. I mean, usually you're in control. When does overtime start? Should start in about the next 5 minutes. So, I mean, I could have technically ducked off and got something to eat, but I figured, there's going to be a few people sort of stopping in and seeing how everything will go. So, so I didn't want to peel away, and I'll just peel away a little bit and then start the Vancouver stream a little bit late. Just because, well, yeah, I mean, I can't abandon the Leafs game. Can you imagine that? I stopped live reacting to this for the first period of the Wild game. If you want to eat, you can go. Nah, like I'll do it properly. Like I said, I've only just really started out doing this like properly. This YouTube channel. And you got to do things right. Food will always be there. So it's fine. Imagining going anyway. Yeah, that's fine. But you got to yeah, you just got to, like, if you want to be successful, like, the time that the time that I'm up could be someone that comes into the channel, right? Like that could be that moment. So just is what it is. Well, this is what I want to, like, legitimately down the road. I mean, I'm so far away from that, but I'd love to be able to do this on a much bigger basis. Oh, thank you. Worth the sub. I appreciate that if you haven't subbed already. But I'd say you may have already. But yeah, like, I mean, yeah, you can't do things half-assed, unfortunately. So as much as I'd love to, I'll get to be able to eat. I'll just start the live reaction to the Wild game late. I mean, if we get to the end of the first overtime period, I think at that point I might have to call an audible and start eating on camera, just because. Well, I mean, last time I ate was 7 in the morning, and we're looking at 1 o'clock now, 1 p.m. So we're getting late-ish. Looks like it stopped raining, but outside, so that's exciting. That was the other thing. I was going to get something to eat, and I was going to go outside just for a little bit. I think that's the other thing. You got to get up and walk around, go outside. You get a lot of energy just by going outside for 10 minutes if you're cooped up. What are you going to eat, mate? Well, I knew today was going to be terrible, so I'm doing terrible as in workload terrible. I knew that I was going to live react to this game and the Wild and the Penguins game. So that was like, a fair big chunk. And then I'm doing a video for every team that's been eliminated on how that team beat them. And I've got 3 videos to do, plus the post-Penguin games video. So I've got 4 videos. So I cooked last night for today. So that's the other thing. Always meal prep if you've got a busy day, so then you're not eating crap. Because if I ate KFC right now, I would get to probably an hour, and then I'll just fade. I'd be like in front of the camera, just like 11 secret herbs and spices. So good. So I made chicken stir fry for lunch. That's just in a microwave container. I can just go bang, boom, put that in. And then I've got a pasta for dinner. Just a chicken basil pesto. That's a great burn. Oh. What did my so like in my family we're always joking between each other, and my dad said, whatever plastic surgery you're doing, do 10% more and you'll start to look good. And I was like, it's such a good insult. Here we go. Matthews in front. Oh boy. Overtime has started. Matthews almost with a chance here. Wow, they have come out. Matthews is starting to do things. Matthews with 2 good chances. They'll be big for Miss Leakins. Just after that, just getting that save, you'd feel a bit responsible, wouldn't you? Oh, Nylander with a chance. The Leafs are up. Jesus. They look like a team that has done a mess of cocaine. Whoa! Alrighty. Here we go. Kapanen, it's a goodish shot. Mislikas was even to it. Hyman, a big shot. Oh, then a rebound. Who was that? Nylander. Oh, boy. It's five shots now in overtime to nothing. Columbus. Wow, I can't believe what I've just watched. I'm so glad I stuck with this game. Columbus has had a couple of chances. Pretty high angle shots, but so I wouldn't say anything special. Bjorkstrand, well, that's a good shot. Just a bit high. If you're in the chat, guys, say hi. Hit the sub button. That really does help us out. We're kind of moving up. Oh boy, just able to block that. I think that was Tavares. He's having a great game, Tavares. There's Matthews. I mean, this is the first time I've noticed Matthews in overtime. I just did not notice him before that. Mana, this would be a good chance. Good. Oh boy. Leakins makes the save. It kind of like dribbled to the side of the net. Sup? Hey JC, how are you? This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Answering any questions in regards to hockey as well, guys. So obviously in between sort of the action going on at the moment. It was so funny, like 5 minutes to go in the third. I was just like, I think we're talking about which Canadian team would next win a cup. Because there's just nothing happening. Now it's overtime. Just this game is so good. Hi, John. Mikheyev is. Oh boy! You just look at the confidence on his face. He's like, I just have to stop anything. Okay, eventually this. Oh, here we go. Nyquist with a chance goes wide. The longer this goes, the more that momentum sort of wheels off Toronto. So they've come out skating, but they've really started skating. 3 minutes. I think they scored the first one at 3:33 to go on the period. So I'd say 2 minutes or so. I don't have the exact scoring in front of me, but I would say it'd be Cece with one of the worst shots. 16:03, 16:54, and 19:37 were the 3 goals. So 3 minutes and change. Go Jackets. You'd be nervous, mate. Oh, it's such a worry. I feel so bad for the I honestly thought it was in the bag, Kane. I think it's Kane. Cayenne. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Cody PP, not CC. Jackets might be able to pull out something here, but I think the longer this goes on for, the worse it is for the Leafs. Just like the last overtime. Bear in mind, they played overtime last night, so there's got to be some tired bodies out there. Oof. You're always worried about those bouncing pucks going towards the net, but Anderson was fine with it. Oh, Kapanen. Yeah, Kapanen's really struggled. Hyman's just, oh my goodness. Just the will. Oh, Maslikins gets the save. No real screen out in front. No, not too much of a problem there. Bet Hyman scores. Who do I think will score? Who do I think will score? Oh, that's a tough one. I can't put a name on it. Maybe like Foligno if it's a Jackets. Nyquist, yeah, Nyquist if it's the Jackets is my prediction. Oh, Jenna had a big chance there. For the Leafs, I think someone greasy. Who's someone that's just, these overtime goals are always from a player that you just don't expect. This game is is a good one. I don't think that's a saying. Call me Aunt Jemima. I'm very worried for your Aunt Jemima. if I'm to be brutally honest, but this game is a good one. It's an absolute cracker. Yeah, put in the predictions. Who do you reckon scoring? Yeah, I'm gonna go Dubois for the Jackets, and I wanna go off the grid for the Leafs. Maybe Dermott. Go the D's. Dermott. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go with. Or Tavares, to be honest. He's been their best player. Oh. Jesus, Riley had a huge chance. This game is insane. Dubois scares me, yeah. Had a chance to get that empty net, but also be a bit worried of Seth Jones, but who Dermott with just an amazing block. And I mean maybe a game-saving block. Oh, wow. Dermott huge. That may have saved the game. Riley had a big chance there. Dermot. Oh, wow. Jones is a teddy bear. Jones is one of the best defenders in this game. Savard, oh. Always worried about those deflections. So it's in the Columbus zone. Wow. Nyquist. Nyquist is trying to go through all 5 leaps there. Toronto, please don't choke now. I know. I just have a feeling the longer this goes on, John, the worse it is. They're getting a good chance. Oh, my God. Matthews with a huge chance there. A really good save. Masleekin's just... now these teams not totaling in front of him. He's back to shutting the door. This might go, like... This might be a long overtime. Although both teams are getting some good chances, so maybe... I might actually retract what I just said there. I think this might be over soonish. Man, what is this Leaf? Like, why did the Leafs play like this before? They're blocking shots. They're scanning. Yeah, it's offside. Clifford was like trying to get back on side by like stretching his leg, but bro, I'm watching the Raps get blown out by Celtics right now. Leafs, please don't make me cry. I assume it's not going too well in the basketball then. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button or the subscribe button, they both help me out. Oh, 94 subscribers. So thank you, whoever did just subscribe. If I could say the word subscribe. That helps us out. We're getting close to 100. Which I didn't even think this would happen. If you asked me that a month ago, I was like, oh, I won't get 100 this year. I might get it today or tomorrow or in the next week. But what a game, but like what a game. Oh, Nyquist. Oh, another block shot. Like where was Toronto before? Like they weren't blocking shots. They weren't doing any of this. Foligno, big shot, but Anderson was there. G. No G. No G. G's and no G's from Nathan and John. I don't know why you'd put 30,000 G's in the chat, but that's fine. Maybe it's his favorite letter. Yeah, I must admit. I mean, I've got zero thing. You ever slap UPP? Well, wow. Okay, we're not gonna take that one off. That's on the line. Past the line, I should say. Got to keep it like PG-13 in the chat, somewhat. There we go. Big save by Leakins. It is tense. I mean, I've got no skin in this game, and it is tense. Oh, you could have kept that message up, John. That was fun. That was fun. As long as it's not random, like, for nothing. That wasn't an issue at all. All right, here we go. I think it's the worst thing about the live streams. I have to deal with some chat sometimes. But that's all right. Savard, here we go. Oh, we've already clinched the playoffs, third best record in NBA. Okay. So how's the NBA work? I'm not a big basketball fan, just because there's only so many sports that I can. I don't know what that says at all. There is a 3 in there. Russian smile. I mean, hi. Hit the subscribe button. Who knows? I could be like the biggest YouTuber in Russia. I'd live with that. I have no idea what's going on. The fact that there is a 3 in that sentence is really worrying. 3 a puba. Nawolaba. Bowl. That was perfect. Look behind you. I can see it. I can see myself in the corner. Thankfully, I can see my own reflection. I've got the game, and then there's another screen with me behind. So, then now I keep looking at my screen to see if there's anything behind me. I can't shut the door either because it's so cold and the heater's out there. So, worth a try. It's definitely it. $52 shots to the Leafs, 39 to the Jackets. Oh, there's a couple of chances they're just showing all the replays of the chances. These goalies have been really good. I mean, it's definitely been mostly Leafs, but although that's been a little bit away. Damn it with that block shot. I wonder if that's the big one. Yeah. And then I got my phone on the stream just here as well, so I can see if there's anything wrong with it and just get another idea for the chat. Because sometimes I get a bit glued to the game, and also I get my messages and stuff on that one as well. Ice is scraped. 7:47 to go on overtime. Looks like both teams are just rolling mostly their first 2 lines and then sometimes the third. Haven't seen the 4th line out there much. They're usually the ones that the longer this goes along are the ones that score because they're just super fresh. Oh, big hit. Someone's down. I think it's Hyman. Or is it Matthews? No, who's that? O'Reilly went down. He's back up. Oh, it's a delayed penalty. Oh my goodness, it is a power play to the Leafs. Oh, I think Riley milked that one too. Oh my God. Oh boy. The other game is 0-0. 3 minutes have gone by in that game, so Oh, that's it. It's Game Matthews, overtime winner. Tavares with an amazing feed. Foligno is not happy. He's not happy that it's a power play. Like, it shouldn't have. Wow, I cannot believe that the Toronto Maple Leafs, out of nowhere, 4 minutes to go, down by 3, have won it, and we're going to Game 5. Wow. Tavares was definitely the player of the game. So good. Such a good shot. Wow. Wow, I am shocked. Yeah, they won, Jay. They won. They won. In overtime, it was an amazing goal. Thanks for the support, guys. If you did subscribe and like this, it really did help out. You have no idea. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and do the Wild Vancouver game. Don't forget to don't feed the kangaroos. I live in like an apartment complex in like the city, so it's not that bad. Although my parents live 20 minutes away from here, and yeah, they get kangaroos in their property all the time. But yeah, they won in overtime. It is now pissing down with the rain. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream there because I'm going to quickly get something to eat before I start the stream for the Vancouver game. I know that started, but obviously overtime pushed things out, so I'm going to get something quick to eat. Really do appreciate the support. You have no idea, just even the small comments like JC there, like at the end when you're just talking about NBA, like you have no idea like how much that just helps things when you're 3 hours deep in a stream talking about hockey. You have no idea. So I appreciate everyone just stopping by and liking things and just, yeah, being overall friendly. So I appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone. Stay nice and safe, obviously, with Corona and all that. And yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.